want to push back on the costume a little bit because it's an interesting phenomenon. I was stunned by it as well. But it turns out that if you're a far left radical with the belief that this country is irredeemably stained, you just want to break it apart. Just bust America, crack it to its base, break it asunder, and rebuild it with your toxic ideology. That's what he stands for. When he dresses like that, it's not an accident. He's kicking authority in the balls. Yeah. He said, hey, I'm the man. I'll show those guys who's boss. I'm gonna not allow any traditional path to succeed. Because by breaking some parts of it down, I can break it all down. That's the deeper message he's delivering.
Dr. Oz is not qualified to be a politician. And I don't just mean that he doesn't know any of this and he can't actually do the job. Even as a candidate, how could he have made that mistake? He just identified the voting base, a base that left or right hates the establishment for different reasons, that Fetterman is the candidate that is going to look authority in the eyes and then kick it in the balls. That's what he said about his opponent. You could not put a better campaign message together, a better identity to put on to John Fetterman in the closing days of an election than he's the guy that's gonna kick the status quo in the nuts. Rayyvana, what do you think?
I actually think that you're completely off base here, John. I don't know if you realize this, but it's actually super cool to bow down to authority and to follow the rules. Everybody loves being subject to authority that they feel very powerless underneath. No, it's never historically been cool to break the rules. It's never, been people God, his campaign is so embarrassing. It's just floundering constantly. It's everything he does is just like a softball lob to the Fetterman campaign to knock it out of the park. It's just so. He could not have asked for a better opponent. Fetterman could not have. It's like he hired the campaign staff for Dr. Oz.
Yeah, does Dr. Oz have like a big bet on the race and it's favoring Fetterman? If I was a Republican, honestly. If I was in Republican leadership, I would be calling him and having a serious conversation about this because it kind of feels like you're a double agent. It feels like you want to lose this thing. And he might not in the end, but as of I just Googled it again, Fetterman's up 5-7 points, something like that. I hardly think this is gonna help sway it. Now I'm not from Pennsylvania. Maybe I don't understand the political culture, but I don't know. Toxic says Oz again shows that he's not from Pennsylvania. If you advertise an event where Philadelphians were given the opportunity to come kick authority in the balls, there would be like a line 6 miles long before the first kick was landed. Yeah, and that's true around the planet. To put that on Fetterman, you idiot. Do you know how much I would love it, Rayyvana? If one of the clones of Ben Shapiro said, well, I don't know about that janitor on the damage report. He looks authority in the eye and then he kicks it in the balls. That'd be it. I'd be done for the week and I'll resume work next week, I suppose. You dummy, you doink.
You just have to put that clip into your intro for the show.
Oh my God. That's probably gonna have to happen. I'm gonna work on that. But anyway, I also wanted to, I saw this in the replies to what Oz said. And I just love when someone acts out an old school Simpsons reference in real life. Nobody watching this remembers when Bart Simpson ran for, I believe it was for school president, but the vote for Bart is a vote for anarchy being used by both sides. You were warned back in the 90s, Dr. Oz. Come on, Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson, I know that you love this guy or whatever. You gotta call your boy, because this isn't a real election they're running here.
Well, the RNC already did call their boy, right? They took a bunch of money out of that race. They pulled a ton of funding from that race. So, it's been polling extremely well for Fetterman. He's from the state, so that's a plus. He's well known in the state. He's very well liked in the state. He's established, a history of service, public service to that state. And so it was already going to be a tough win or a tough race for Dr. Oz. He had that celebrity boost, but it's not working for him in that state. And the polling has always reflected that. And it'll be really nice to just show another celebrity that you just can't buy your way into politics. You can't just, use your celebrity status and your money to buy a seat in the Senate.
I hope so. I hope so. What I can say, and if we could jump ahead to graphic 5, it did not take long for Fetterman, who has a great social media team, to jump on this, tweeting out DC could use a kick in the balls with this awesome logo. Credited to friend of the show, Parker. No, if we could jump ahead to graphic 5. The last one. Do we have that? Oh, do we not have it? Anyway, it was in the doc. Okay, if you go to Fetterman's Twitter page, you'll see it. It's an awesome design. It would make a great t-shirt, and Parker Malloy apparently designed it. So great job, Dr. Oz. You're a natural at this. Anyway, with that, we do have it. Okay, yeah, there it is. That's just, can't you see that on a t-shirt? I think it'd be great. Maybe a hoodie. Actually, put it on a hoodie. If Fetterman is not already selling that as a hoodie, he needs to. And again, although it shouldn't need to be said, metaphorically kicking it in the balls. We're on the left. We don't support political violence.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.